Discovered by the YouTube channel, Art Alien TV, allegedly there may be possible animals traveling across the surface of the red planet. Let's take a look. Art Alien TV says that although these may be dunes, keep an open mind, they look like animals to him. Adult animals with possible babies following closely behind, as he pointed out here in these examples. Could he be onto something? Back in 2012, this story of traveling rocks hit the web and depicts almost the same type of thing. Using the Mars tool in Google Earth, we can see the objects in question. What could these things be? They seem to all be going in the same direction. Could Art Alien TV be right in saying to keep an open mind, that these in fact are some kind of Martian alien herd traveling across the surface? Are these another type of creature doing the same thing? Or just a beautiful optical illusion within the natural beauty of Mars? Hopefully one day we will know for sure. Has an alien somehow managed to get its hand in front of the Mars rover Curiosity's camera? Well, as reported by Scott C. Waring of UFOSightingsDaily.com back in 2015, that could be the case. Let's take a look at the photo in question. All the way to the left we can see what really does look like the fingers of some sort of being. It appears to be above ground, due to what looks like a shadow underneath. It also looks like a portion of the photo was blurred, possibly to cover up the rest of the object or being. But could it be an optical illusion? Just a figment of our imagination? Or is it really the hand of an alien creature? Of course that is just speculation, but wouldn't it be cool if it is? Knowing we are not alone in the universe. Maybe one day we will find out exactly what is going on up there on Mars. Until then, we'll have to just continue to speculate. This is a wonderful discovery made by Scott C. Waring of UFOSightingsDaily.com. Allegedly strange cylindrical objects have been found in old lunar photos taken by the Soviet Union back in 1966. On December 24, 1966, Luna 13 made the second ever Soviet landing on the Moon. It transmitted 5 panoramas over a period of several days. but in this panorama photo you can see two objects that appear out of place. Let's look at the first one. This bizarre object looks very similar to some kind of axle with wheels attached. But where did it come from? Was it part of Luna 13? If it was, then where are the marks from crashing on the moon? Why does it look as if it's been there for a long time, covered in dirt? And pretty far from Luna 13 to have fell off. Or was Luna 13 sent to take photos of whatever this is? Let's look at the second object in question. This too seems to be some kind of cylindrical object, almost like a corkscrew. Or maybe three wheels on an axle. This too seems out of place. The dirt around it has not been disturbed, and there is no indication that it fell here. So again, where did it come from? Is it alien tech that the Russians sent Luna 13 to snap photos of? Or something more explainable? As reported by several websites earlier this year, a very strange artifact has been discovered in Peru. A skull, bearing the resemblance of a gray alien, is now being examined, and shows signs that it is definitely a bone. It measures in at 3 to 5 millimeters thick, and still has a stiff, gray, skin-like material attached to it, according to Hidden Inca Tours. It also has a very narrow foramen magnum aperture, where presumably a very thin vertebral system once entered the skull. They also went on to say in the article that it is relatively bilaterally symmetrical, and that the skull is greatly elongated. As well as saying, though easy to state that it is a complex fake, the caretaker and those that presumably found it, along with other specimens, have no access to artisans or taxidermists that could have made them. Here we see the underpart of the skull. The caretaker removed some of the bone and exposed what is presumably marrow. So, could this be in fact the skull from an ancient alien being? Is it an elaborate hoax, one that would be very difficult to fake? Or is there a more rational explanation as to what this is? We'll have to wait and see. A wonderful story on helenastales.weebly.com asks the question: is this a huge million-year-old man-made underground complex? Dr. Alexander Koltypin, a geologist and director of the Natural Science Research Center at Moscow's International Independent University of Ecology, thinks so. All around the Mediterranean, Koltypin has studied ancient underground structures, and due to similarities, he believes they were once connected. As well as believing they were built by an advanced civilization hundreds of thousands, or even millions of years ago. On his website, Earth Before the Flood, he wrote, "When we examined the constructions, none of us never for a moment had a doubt that they are much older than other cities and settlements that are placed on and around it." Going on to say that he was personally convinced once again that all these rectangular indentations, man-made underground structures, and scattered debris of megaliths were one underground terrestrial megalithic complex, which was opened by erosion to a depth of several hundred meters. Koltypin estimates the sites located in central and northern Israel, as well as central Turkey were all exposed after erosion cut into the earth 1,000 feet down. He said, such depth of erosion could hardly be formed in less time than 500,000 to 1 million years. But what the story didn't ask is whether or not this was ancient humans, or if something else was at play here. Could this be evidence of ancient alien visitation? As many ufologists believe. If not, then the history of man will surely be rewritten, as the article suggests. Hopefully one day we will know for sure. The Cassini spacecraft launched back in 1997, and has been observing the planet Saturn's system since arriving in 2004. Now, over the last few weeks, stunning images of Saturn have been coming in from the Cassini spacecraft to NASA. Like this beautiful photo of Saturn's rings. And this one of its moon Prometheus. But now, NASA has released these breathtaking shots of Saturn from Cassini's new mission phase called the Ring Grazing Orbits, which began on November 30th. In these images we see our first view of Saturn's atmosphere. The photos capture scenes from high above Saturn's northern hemisphere, including the planet's intriguing hexagon-shaped jet stream. These images are amazing, and further shows us the true beauty of our solar system. Let's hope many more will be released soon.